Hello! Today in this video, I will talk about how to use 360Suite to perform regression testing. There are three different scenarios in this video that I'll cover, which are either when you choose to apply a service pack on top of an existing installation, so let's say 4.3 SP1 to SP2, or perhaps you want to take your existing server and on top of it install SAP BI 4.3, or perhaps you want to do everyday monitoring in production, for instance, to make sure you track issues before the users do. So at the end of the day, we want to compare reports before and after on the same environment. The way to do this is with four very easy steps. Step number one, I will create a source baseline, a snapshot of how my reports look like today. Next, I want to take snapshots of my reports the way they are after doing some actions. The patch, the upgrade, changing a universe, changing an ETL, anything. Once I have my source and my target, I will compare these two so you can later on visualize and see if there are any regressions, and if so, which one they are. I will now log on to 360Suite Freemium. Step number one is to define the source document and create an export. Over here, I will create a new task and call it 360Suite Demo, which I will choose to run now and add a few documents. You can add one or many, or even select folders. I'll take 4 documents here. And I'll add another one. Perfect. We have a number of export options, but the required ones are a project and a category. Documents with prompts, filters, and input controls can have further options as well. I'll now click on Add, and I have this new task, which is now running. This task will take a few minutes, depending on the number of Webby reports and their complexity. It is now business objects doing all the work. We now see that we have a task which has run successfully. It took 3 minutes. Now let's pretend that I have installed a service pack, did an in-place upgrade, did some changes somewhere like a universe, an ETL, a database, and I want to make sure that there's no regression between the first export we've done to the way our Webby documents look like today. I will simply need to run now the same job once again. This job will take approximately 3 minutes once more. Now that we have our second successful task, which means that we have a source document and something to compare it against, we now need to compare these two exports together. So over here, we'll create a new task, which I'll call Compare 360Suite Demo. Once again, there are a number of options, but what's important here is to select the project and the category that we have selected previously. What's important is what we want to compare. I want to compare the data, numerical values would be nice, the style, the structure, headers and footers, and I'd like to know if something that took more than 20% in terms of time difference, I'd like to be notified of that. Especially important when we are running against a source on-premise and maybe a target in the cloud or on different servers. Now that we have our successful comparison task, we can now proceed to the fourth step of this process, which is to visualize the comparison. So we're back to our task here, and we simply need to click the Open button, where we can see that we compared 6 documents. 2 of them are matching, 4 are not. With the Freemium edition, you are able to see the full details of before and after of the documents when they are fully matching. So if the tables are the same, if the raw data is the same, and again, it's fully automated process of comparing every single pages of this document. If you have a document which is not matching, when you select it, you'll be presented with this screen here and asking you if you want to unlock the details. You can unlock the details 5 times during your 100 days freemium trial. Here I have already unlocked one document where we can see that all the different tabs are successful, but there was a regression down to the performance. I have now this other document where we can see that there is actually problems with some of the report. The data is fine, but not the report itself. Using the orange bookmarks here, we can jump to this page or older pages where we can see where there's a problem. And in this case here, it's only the content, not the structure, but everything gets compared. Even the charts, we see the charts, there's an issue here, and we can do image comparison between the different charts. I hope you enjoyed. This was 360 Suite Freemium, and looking forward to hearing from you. Thank you.